The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, welcome back to the Central Bank of the Ozarks High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Doak Propane, Shelter Insurance Agents Grant Baker in Aurora and Sean Holman in Lockwood. Also presented by Great Southern Bank, Labor's Local 663 in the Bank of Billings. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. We're going to go 230 miles to the north of the studio here and bring in Milan High School head basketball coach Ched Hurley and our female athlete of the week, Cady Pauley. Coach, we really appreciate your time here today at the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Coach, Milan now is Lady Wildcats are 14-2. Talk a little bit about the season up to this point and what you've got still in the windshield, not so much the rearview mirror.
Pardon the interruption. Antonisha Bolden, you are to report
Just a second.
Pearson's classroom immediately.
We started the year off real well. We've lost 2 games. We won the state-ranked Class 2 Scotland County and won to state-ranked Class 4 Chillicothe, Missouri. So both games, just couldn't get quite over the top. So that's what we're looking to do now, is just trying to get over the top of those good teams like that, and really proud of our start. It's tough to win. We've got a lot of games in, which is good with COVID going on and it's starting to rear its head. So we've had a great start to our season. We're very appreciative of our administration to get us these games.
You know, coming off a 21-5 season a year ago, very successful season, ended with the perennial state qualifier Skyline, I believe, last year, who's just up the road from where I'm at right now. But what did you have to replace coming into the 21-22 season, due to, graduation, things like that, and who's kind of stepped up and filled those roles?
We sent a little guard out as a senior. She was kind of our spark plug defensively, and she didn't score a lot for us, but she did a lot for us defensively, guarding the ball full court and wearing other guards out. And she did a really good job on that for us. And she's been missed, but we had a girl come in and replace that. Then we had a 5'11" girl that went on to play. She's at NCMC, North Central Missouri College, playing junior college. And so she was a nice player with height, athletic. So she's been tough to replace. So we had to replace some points there. And, Cady stepped up her game to do that. And we've also our other kids that's come back. We had several kids last year that got quite a bit of varsity time. So, we're spreading the wealth a little bit with them and getting them going. But so far it's been good for us.
Somebody really wants to talk to you.
They do.
Your Class 3, District 16, kind of handicap that district. Where's it going to be played, and who are some of the teams?
They're doing it a little bit different this year, not like last year, like they did the top seed. I guess they're doing that in the first round. The higher seed will host the first round games, and then they're playing the rest of the games, semifinals and finals, over at North Central Missouri College on their court. So it's kind of a central location for all our teams. We've got there's 7 in our district, including us. We got Marceline, Missouri, Trenton, Missouri, Bethany, South Harrison would be South Harrison. Carrollton would be the farthest one south, probably. Penny High School in Hamilton, and Brookfield, Missouri. So right now we've played Brookfield twice and beat those guys, and we beat South Harrison. That's the common ones right now anyway. And we've got Marceline on the schedule for next week. So that'll be a big game for us for district seedings. And, we think we're towards the top of that in the 1 or 2 seeds, but, you never know until you play the games. So we'll we'll just keep pushing away one game at a time.
It's about 2/3 of the way through the season right now, and you got maybe, I'm just going to guess, maybe 10 regular season games left as you head into to the districts. What do you feel like your team right now is doing really well, and what are some things that maybe you're going to have to take a step up, to get into that, quarterfinals, semifinals?
Well, like I said earlier, we got kids that we've needed to step up and help in the scoring department. So we're finding those kids, and I think that's what's been really good about our team is that we've had somebody be able to do that. It may not be the same one every night, which is good on our end, so people can't just key on a couple players, and that's really been real helpful to Cady. Her sister up this year, and that makes our kids, want the ball and make sure play better too. So, what we're doing good right now, offensively, we're doing a lot of good things. Defensively, we're kind of up and down. We want to get that more consistent and more efficient as long as we go, and it'll be it's just something we're keep trying to build on every week and every game.
And part of this, our Chevy of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, Cady Pauley, 2,500 plus points. So on behalf of Chevy of the Ozarks, congratulations to Cady, a Missouri State University commit. And Coach Hurley, tell us a little bit about Cady and what makes her special.
Well, I think that's the common thing that you get out of kids that go to that level is the love of the game and their work ethic. You find those two things in Cady really easily. She loves to play basketball. She's a kid that's got to be kicked out of the gym. She's constantly working on her game. So those two things I think you'll find in probably all the D1 athletes, but for sure in this one.
You bet. Well, Cady, on behalf of Chevy of the Ozarks of Female Athlete of the Week, congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about, you get to that 2,500 plateau. Did you know going into that game where you were points-wise that you had a chance to get there?
Am I talking or you talking?
You
Me? Okay. No, I didn't. I had no clue.
Didn't have a clue. Did they stop the game, or what happened? What happened when the shot went in?
Over the broadcast it was at Princeton. So over the broadcast that they were filming, so like other people could watch, they congratulated me on that.
Outstanding. Well, I tell you what, I'm talking, interviewing a kid from up at Mound City, Missouri, and I don't know if you're familiar with Tony Osborne. And I was off the air. I was saying, yeah, I've got a deal set up with Cady Pauley, and he said, "Oh, dude, she's a stud." He goes, "I don't think I can catch her." He goes, "She had 53 last night, and he had 53 points, 29 in the first half, 71-58 win over South Harrison. This is South Harrison team that's pretty good, 8-4, on the season. So they needed every one of your points. Tell us a little bit about that game and how that came to fruition."
It was definitely a good game to be playing in. My teammates got me the ball when I needed it, and my teammates played defense. We played defense, and we got the win.
Is that the highest number of points you've scored in a game?
No, my freshman year I scored 57.
57. Outstanding.
Yeah, she's number one in the state for points in a game as a freshman.
Outstanding. Well, Cady, tell us a little bit about your game. What do you like about your game? What position do you play? Kind of what are your roles and responsibilities?
Well, I think my number one goal is my range. I love shooting from anywhere on the court. I can score in and out. I just love the game.
Very good. Now you've made that decision to commit to Missouri State University and the Lady Bears and Coach Mox. Tell us a little bit about what went into that decision and why you made it.
I love the coaching staff. When I went for my official visit, everyone was like so welcoming. Love the players. It was just so fun down there.
All right. So what, coming into this season, did you have any goals team goals, player goal, or individual goals? And have you reached those, or are some of them still out in front of you?
Oh, well, my first goal was winning the Milan tournament, which is against Marceline. So haven't done that yet, but conference championship, which we should have played Friday, but it got canceled. So we haven't got to those big games yet. So, yeah, I got a couple goals.
Now, as I understand it, you're also a state champion in the shot put.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. What got you involved with track and field?
Well, when I was younger, my mom was the high school track coach. So I was always at practice, and I was always practicing with them. And I just fell in love with all three sports, softball and basketball and track.
All right. Now, getting ready to come to Missouri State University. You have any particular level of study? What are your interests?
Education.
All right. Is there a background? Obviously, there is. Your mom's a coach and a teacher. Is that what kind of led you to that?
Yep, it is. Mom started here, and she's a principal now, so I just want to go into education.
All right. As you look at the season, are there games that you look forward to playing? Maybe it's a rivalry game. You know somebody on the other team. What are some games you really get up for?
Well, the big games like district championship games, the sectional games. We have a big game towards the end going into districts, which is Scotland, the team that beat us by 5. So we're really looking forward to playing them.
All right. If you could, I'm just gonna guess, say you're 18. If you could go back to that freshman, Cady Pauley, and give her some advice, what would that advice be now that you've had these 4 years now almost behind you? What would you go back? What advice would you give a 14-year-old self?
Stop being so stubborn. That would be one. Playing defense probably would be another one. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you this: when you walk on the floor at Missouri State University, somebody's going to tell you to play defense.
Yes.
They are indeed. Well, again, Cady, thanks so much for your time, and on behalf of Chevy Ozarks, congratulations, and Coach, she's got to be after 53 points. She's probably under 100 away from 3,000 or under 200 away.
She, I think she's 319 away.
319.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so, if she keeps going, keeps her average at what it is right now, it might be the last regular season game. That's what we kind of got figured. So, Cady's a good team player. If it doesn't happen then, it'll happen in the district. So, she wants to win, and she's very competitive, fierce competitor. She gets on the floor. She's a different kid. It'll come for her. I'm sure.
Well, she can do it all. I mean, she's even answered the phone here on this during this interview. So.
Being my secretary here.
Yeah, very good. Well, once again, Cady, congratulations, and hopefully we'll get to do this again before the year's out. If not, we'll definitely see you down here at Missouri State University.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Coach Hurley, thanks for getting this set up, and we really appreciate you kind of getting this set up for us and allowing the folks kind of get an eye and listen. And a lot of Lady Bear fans down here in Southwest Missouri.
Yeah, well, there's getting to be more and more up here too.
Hey, you bet. Well, you guys have a great day, and I appreciate your time. God bless.
All right, thanks a lot.
You bet. You're listening to the Missouri Sports Network and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here. We'll be right back.